All right, now my trusty Lonely Planet guidebook tells me that I am going to say wow at least once a day here in New Zealand, and I think I'm up to 15 wows already today, as well as some oohs and some ahs. This is a country of incredible natural beauty, from awe-inspiring mountains and glaciers to prehistoric forests and fjords. And even though we're on an organised tour, it can quite often feel like you have the entire place all to yourself. Enjoy. Exploring the natural wonders of the South Island is an amazing part of this tour. First stop, spectacular Punakaikai on the west coast of the South Island. Home to the Paparoa National Park and its fabulous pancake rocks. These limestone formations can be viewed from a number of boardwalks. There are yet more fascinating geological oddities to encounter along the way, including the marvellous Moeraki marbles on the east coast. But it's the big fellas we've all come to see, including the majestic Franz Josef Glacier, which has been gradually shrinking due to rising global temperatures. But that's just the start of a spectacular parade of snow-capped mountain peaks across the island.
I've taken nearly 1,000 photographs in just over a week, and I'm going to have a great deal of fun sorting them all out.
I mean, as an avid photographer, this is a photographer's paradise, basically, isn't it?
Well, I've learned how to do these things called photo books in recent times. I'm very much an amateur photographer, but one can really remember the trip by putting it all together into a photo book and putting it on the coffee table at home and reliving it week after week after week, yes.
Now, from the ground, you will get an amazing view of these snow-capped peaks and glaciers, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. So we're off to get a bird's eye view. It's time to take to the skies for a spectacular ride to the top of the world. Our scenic flight includes a spectacular snow landing, and again, this is an experience we will never forget.
My favourite part would have to be the snow landing. Absolutely something that I never ever thought I would do, but I loved it. Couldn't get enough of it. Want to do it again? Will thoroughly recommend it to anybody to do. It would have to be at the top of anybody's list when they come to New Zealand.
On to the Southwestland World Heritage Area and our high-speed Haast River Safari. The beautiful Haast River weaves through an ancient glacial valley on its way to the Tasman Sea. It's spectacular and a lot of fun, with a few 360 spins just to keep us on our toes. Now for one of the absolute highlights of this tour, the incomparable Milford Sound. Previously named the world's top travel destination by TripAdvisor and widely acclaimed as New Zealand's most famous attraction, no visit to New Zealand would be complete without a visit here. With an average of around 7 metres of rain a year, we're very lucky with the weather, and the locals seem very happy to frolic in the sunshine.
Majestic, definitely majestic. Beautiful water, lots of trees, tall cliffs, waterfalls, penguins. Mad if you don't come.
The awesome majesty of nature. It's a very humbling experience. The glaciers that carved this out millions of years ago puts us all in our place. It makes me feel quite humble just to be here and to experience it.
On a day like this, absolutely fabulous. You won't get better anywhere in the world.
Now, after a hard day's work scaling mountains and glaciers in your luxury coach, you are going to need a little R&R. And these heated glacial pools at Franz Josef are the perfect place to relax and unwind. The Glacier Hot Pools are located right next to the Te Waianui Forest Retreat in Franz Josef. There are also private pools available. New Zealand has a wonderful, rich history, which of course goes back centuries before European settlement. Maori history is an incredibly proud one, and we're here at Te Papa in Wellington to find out more. It's New Zealand's national museum. It literally means box of treasures. Let's lift the lid and find out what's inside. Maori settlement of New Zealand is thought to have occurred around the 13th century. Since then, traditional life has centred around a marae or meeting point and its meeting house or whoronui. Enter European settlers with the Treaty of Waitangi, first signed with the British in 1840. The museum also features a fascinating modern marae and whoronui of its own, along with numerous multimedia displays. Visit during your free afternoon in Wellington. Now, there's no doubt about it, us Aussies love a good castle, so we're not going to miss the opportunity to visit the only one here in New Zealand, just outside Dunedin. It's Scenic Castle, built in 1871. It's a free choice activity on this tour, and it's a chance to steep yourself in some rich local history. A visit to Scenic Castle gives a fascinating insight into the early years of European settlement in New Zealand. The mansion was the Gothic extravagance of banker and politician William Scenic. Its 43 rooms, packed with exquisite antiques, took around 16 years to build. Our visit does include a delicious lunch and a stroll through the magnificent gardens with our very knowledgeable guide. All in all, it's a delightful day out in Dunedin. Sir Edmund Hillary is, of course, one of New Zealand's national heroes, and today we're visiting the Sir Edmund Hillary Alpine Centre in the Mount Cook National Park. It's an included activity on this tour. Now, Sir Ed trained right here on the slopes of Mount Cook for his climb to the top of Everest in 1953 with Tenzing Norgay. It's a story of incredible courage and a little sadness along the way. Located in the Hermitage Hotel at Mount Cook, the Sir Edmund Hillary Alpine Centre is a tribute to the revered mountaineer.
He's done everything, you know, he's just an amazing man.
But quite a sad story in a way as well, because of his wife and the other things that he experienced along the way.
Yeah, the sad side with his wife and his daughter dying, and of course his good friend in Nepal, his Sherpa guide, you know, he sort of went to pieces in the end, and poor old Sir Edmund's had to put up with all that and still manages to sort of do all those extra bits. So yeah, a remarkable man.
Stay with us. Details of a Scenic Tours New Zealand early bird offer are coming up.